We are approaching Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Hebrew year. Yom Kippur is called the Day of Judgment, but the correct translation is the Day of Atonement or the Day of Forgiveness. Yom Kippur is the last day of the 10 days of repentance, starting with Rosh Hashanah, and Yom Kippur, a fast day, is the most sacred and solemn day of the Hebrew year, filled with mercy and our feeling of being close to God. On Rosh Hashanah, we stand before God in judgment. But on Yom Kippur, God expects us to come to Him with an open heart, acknowledge our mistakes, and demonstrate that we are ready to begin a new life. On Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, we say the prayer of Avinu Malkeinu, and it translates like our Father, our King. We embrace God not only as our King, but also as our Father. A father loves his children and waits for them regardless of their mistakes. A father's love is unconditional, and a father is ready to forgive time after time. Parents are people who need us and think about us even when we are far away, even when we are far from perfect. To experience such closeness to God, to accept God as our Father who cares about His children, even when we do a lot of sins and wrongdoings and cause Him a lot of pain. This is the true meaning and the true holiness of Yom Kippur. We believe that Yom Kippur can atone for sin which we sinned against God. But if we sinned against somebody else, we first have to go to those other people and ask them for forgiveness, or to do right what we did wrong, and only afterwards we can come to God and ask God for forgiveness. God cannot forgive for sins we did against other people. Only after the other person tells us that we did right and forgave us, then we can come to God, and then we can enter Yom Kippur. Rabbi Lord Sachs, in his recent speech at the first day of Slichot, called our era the era of unforgiveness. And he gave two examples. One of them, a British scientist, his name is Sir Tim Hunt, who made a joke during one of his speeches, joking about women and science. And even though during this same speech he spoke about the importance of women in science and he apologized multiple times, the joke was a little bit off. He was bullied, and the public accusations which followed made him resign from his post in University College in London. And the second example given by Lord Sachs was about Judah, Yehuda, one of the 12 tribes, the son of Jacob, who was part and sold his brother Joseph, and he asked for forgiveness from his brother, and he was forgiven. If Yehuda would not have been forgiven, there would be no Yehudim. Jews are Yehudim, and we would not exist. No person who lives in our world is secure from making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. In the chaotic rhythm of our lives, even a small accidental word or an action can lead to others' suffering. To acknowledge our mistakes is to make the first step towards wisdom and prosperity. On the eve of Yom Kippur, I wish everyone to have an easy and meaningful fast, and come to the synagogue and pray with the others as well. Let the holiness of this day and the closeness with God help every one of us become a better person. Shana Tova, a good and sweet year.